How's it going, everybody? Thank you for joining me on the second video of my 1967 Impala sports sedan for the Psychedelic60s group build. Here I'm painting the transmission silver, as well as the oil filter, to help cover the red engine color without having to worry about color bleeding before installing the engine in the model. Doing this also helps with the power steering bottle, washer fluid bottle, or any other dark colored part. You're going to paint a lighter shade. To help give a road-worn look, I took the same silver paint and dry brushed it onto the Impala's frame. Doing this makes it look as if while driving down the road, pebbles and other debris have bounced up and scratched the paint, which actually does happen in real life. Have you ever noticed when washing your car, you may have seen light scratches or maybe even chips on the front of your car, or better yet, the wheels on your car? Ever wonder how they got there? Well, that's how. To increase the realism, I use very thin black paint to help highlight the detail on the floor pan, plus to dirty it up some. Once the chassis is glued together, I'll do more weathering to tie everything up. I wanted to add some character to the interior, and to help to that, I used a custom set of decals a friend made me some time back. I chose a pattern for the seats that helped not only age the time frame of when the car was built by our inspiring young hot rodder, but also something that screamed, I'm on a budget, and I'm learning. I took a small piece of Tamiya's tape and covered the front of the seats with it, and using a cotton swab to burnish the tape down. Then I took a pen and traced the middle of the seat onto the tape, making a template to transfer it onto the decal. Once I cut the shape I need, I used warm water to apply the new seat inserts. This was a very time-consuming process, but I think the results are well worth it in the end. Here I'm using Mr. Hobby Mr. Mark softener to help the decals to lay as flat as possible, bring out the seat pattern from underneath. I did 3 applications to get the desired look I was going for. Getting back to the story of the build, you may have noticed the manual transmission that was on the engine. Well, after getting the car back on the road from swapping out the small block, our inspiring young hot rodder visited a local junkyard to see if there is anything he could use to continue on with his budget build. He came across a wrecked 1967 Impala. However, this one was a real super sport. The car looks as if it had been ran through with fellow pickers, looking for what they needed, or simply just wanted. To his surprise, the seats and center console were still there, and thought to himself, how cool would it be to have a super sport interior? And without hesitation, he opened up his toolbox and got to work removing the seats, console, and even the window cranks. This way, he would not only replace one that he had missing, but it also was a complete and matching set. After bringing the parts home and cleaned them up, he then made his own seat cover. He went back to the same junkyard about a week later with some friends who helped remove the transmission as well, the clutch assembly. Before packing up, one of the members in the group took a look at the rear end. The cover was gone, along with one of the axles. However, the gears were still there. Without a pause, the group took gears with them. Now, our would-be hero has gone from the standard 3.08 gears to a more spirited set of 411. Now with a refurbished super sport interior, with custom seats, console, 4-speed transmission, and 411 gears, the car became more alive. Our young friend had already learned the meaning of the phrase, there is no replacement for displacement, firsthand, but after buying and swapping out the automatics to a 4-speed, as well as the gears, he has learned a new saying. Horsepower costs money. How fast do you want to go? Even though he didn't have the fastest car in town, With his hard work and help from his friends, he was now able to get this old grocery getter run a quarter mile into the low 14-second range. Here, I'm using Tamiya's black panel liner, as well as thinned black paint, to accent the details on the grille and rear bumper, as well as the seat emblem. For the corners on the frontal, I used thinned white paint to accent the parking lights. The parking lights under the grille were painted turn signal amber. Once both paints were dry, I took a paper towel and a very small amount of rubbing alcohol to remove any excess from the parts. Here are the results. Now we are moving on to the chassis to install the front and rear suspension. I'm getting to use the new glue I bought from Ed, owner of Bob's Hobby Shop in RC. I'm using his Icky Sticky Quickset cement, and I will say, I am impressed. It's literally a combination of super glue and 5-minute epoxy. What I mean is it does dry and harden fast, at least faster than regular model cement. But it is easy to use to where you can actually work on placing the part where you want it without it instantly bonding, like super glue. I'm looking forward to trying more of the Icky Sticky line of model glues. That's all I have for now. Next video, we'll finish off the Impala, and it's off to the next project. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you can imagine it, you can build it, and watch your imagination become reality. Till then, stay safe and take care. Bye for now.